Today is Thursday. And this is a throwback.
Today is Thursday, and this is a throwback is an obnoxiously long hashtag and a nostalgic-rich talk show presented by the Peridot. Today in history. On January 8th, 1790, U.S. President George Washington delivered the first State of the Union, the annual address to Congress. On January 8, 1815, U.S. General Andrew Jackson defeated Great Britain in the Battle of New Orleans, the final engagement of the War of 1812. On January 8, 1918, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson announced his 14 points, an outline for peace following World War I. On January 8, 1935, American singer and actor Elvis Presley was born. On January 8, 1942, English theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, who developed a theory of exploding black holes that drew upon both relativity theory and quantum mechanics, was born. On January 8, 1998, Ramzi Yousef, convicted of plotting the 1993 terrorist bombing of the World Trade Center in New York, was sentenced to life in prison. On January 8, 2011, U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords was shot during an assassination attempt. Although she survived, 6 others were killed. On January 8, 2016, Mexican criminal Joaquin Guzman, better known as El Chapo, head of the Sinaloa drug cartel, was captured in Los Mochis after escaping prison some 6 months earlier. He was later extradited to the United States, where he was convicted of various crimes. Today's Throwback VHS is dedicated to the #1 movie in America on January 8, 1989, Rain Man, an American dramedy directed by Barry Levinson and written by Barry Morrow and Ronald Bass. It tells the story of abrasive and selfish wheeler dealer Charlie Babbitt, played by Tom Cruise, who discovers that his estranged father has died and bequeathed his multi-million-dollar estate to his other son, Raymond, played by Dustin Hoffman, an autistic savant of whose existence Charlie was unaware. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Today's throwback is dedicated to Ask Jeeves. Ask.com was originally known as Ask Jeeves, Jeeves being the name of a gentleman's personal gentleman, or valet, fetching answers to any questions asked. The character was named after Jeeves, Bertie Wooster's valet, in the fictional works of P.G. Wodehouse. The original concept of Ask Jeeves was to allow users to get answers to questions in everyday, natural language and traditional keyword searching. Throughout its history, Ask was particularly well known for its answer functionality on the topics of mathematics, vocabulary, and unit conversion. Authors also contributed general articles about various other topics similar to an encyclopedia. It was conceptualized and developed in 1996 by Garrett Gruner and David Worthen, based in Berkeley, California. Ask Jeeves was launched as a beta version during mid-April 1997 and was initiated completely on June 1st, 1997. On September 18, 2001, Ask Jeeves acquired Tioma for more than $1.5 million. In July 2005, Ask Jeeves was acquired by major U.S. media company Interactive Corp., or IAC. In February 2006, the name Jeeves was discontinued and it became Ask.com web search engine, which had its own web crawler and algorithm. In late 2010, faced with insurmountable competition from larger search engines, the company outsourced its web search technology and revived its function as a question and answer site. You know what time it is? Yeah! It's time for the #1 song of the day. It's the #1 song of the day. On January 8, 1989, Bobby Brown topped the Billboard Hot 100 with My Prerogative, the second single from his second studio album, Don't Be Cruel. Everybody's talking all Hey, that's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. Well, that concludes today's show. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Peridot Network on YouTube. Listen to the Peridot's playlist on Spotify, and follow the Peridot Net on Instagram, TikTok, and the website formerly known as Twitter.
Today is Thursday. And this is a throwback.
On January 8th, am I saying January correctly? Let me see.